Well, it's a mild start early this morning, especially for early January standards. Low to mid 30s for most areas. I think we'll be about 10 degrees colder tomorrow morning and more seasonal. Low 20s. This is where we should be for a morning temperature this time of year. We had a lot of cloud cover this morning, but starting to clear out some of that cloud cover. So make sure to have those sunglasses handy for the next couple of hours. We're at 43 right now in Topeka, and temperatures mostly in the 40s at this hour, about 5 to 15 degrees warmer compared to what we had yesterday at this hour. Here's a look at those temperatures. Upper 30s up to the north and 50 degrees in Emporia. Winds out of the south-southwest, but starting to shift to the north. That's because of frontal boundaries pushing through the area, and it's the cold front that will have an impact on our temperatures. Of course, tomorrow morning, but even tomorrow afternoon as well. Most areas in the 30s for wind chills. Meanwhile, here's a look at those winds, generally staying at 5 to 10, maybe getting up in the 10 to 15 mile per hour range in a few isolated spots for this afternoon, but temperatures should still be able to reach the mid to upper 40s for most areas, low 40s up to the north, and then we'll be about 10 degrees cooler tomorrow, mid to upper 30s with low 30s up along the Nebraska-Kansas border. Big impacts this weekend. We have a winter storm watch in effect for several inches of snow. Ice accumulation is likely. More details to come, of course, as we get closer to this time frame, especially during the Saturday night, Sunday time frame. Why does it take so long to get specific details? Well, because the storm system is still way off into the Pacific. It's taking its time making landfall, and until it does so, which may not be until Friday afternoon or Friday night, the weather computer models and the weather balloons that go up on a daily basis across National Weather Service offices aren't able to have an idea of what's going to happen with the characteristics of that storm system, at least in specific details. But we're still looking at a little bit of a wintry mix Saturday and a Saturday night, mostly in the form of freezing drizzle or a few flurries during the day Saturday, nothing overly heavy, but really starting to pick up, especially after midnight Saturday night and early Sunday morning. You'll notice by Sunday morning at about 5:30 or so, north of I-70, it's going to be snow, but south of I-70 still in that pink, which indicates a little bit of freezing rain and sleet, and then rain down in southeastern Kansas. So any shift of the storm track, even by 25-50 miles, could drastically change our weather forecast as far as how much snow and ice accumulation we could get. But here's a look at our winter impacts, at least this far out. I'm pretty confident that most areas will get at least 3 inches worth of snow, and some areas could get up and upwards of 8 inches plus. Still a little bit uncertain on that, though. Gusts 20 to 35 miles per hour. Ice, some areas, especially south of I-70, could get in upwards of 1/10 of an inch to maybe a 1/4 inch worth of ice. So that's going to be something really important to watch out for. And then temperatures will be stuck in the single digits and teens for wind chill values. So make sure that you're continuing to monitor the forecast over the next couple days. There's going to be no doubt there's going to be precipitation. Now, what it's going to be in the form of sleet, freezing rain, or snow, that's going to be the biggest concern as far as how much we eventually accumulate, but that's going to be our only chance of precipitation for the next 8 days. Otherwise, turning very cold next week, highs stuck in the teens and 20s, and lows in the single digits and teens, and likely below 0 for our morning temperatures as well for wind chill.